Good morning. Back on the Firebird this morning, and we are working on finishing up these welds. Got to get these cut and butt weld so that we've got a good strong floor. So I'm gonna finish this one up before I start on the other one because yeah, should do that. So gonna get in here, start welding, and I got to clean it up first because it's got this nasty stuff from the carpet. It's like glue. So got to get that all out of there with the wire brush and then go after making a nice cut. And so I can start butt welding. And I also had to pull some of this or the tunnel off the transmission right there. So this has to come off. That gets peeled off right there. And you can see all the glue that's on there. So got to get rid of this mess and make something usable. So here I go. Join with me today. Okay, so I got it somewhat squared back up enough that I can come over to this side and start repairing this side over here. So that's going to be a whole different ball game because I'm joining two pieces of steel together, which I'm going to make a cut, and I've got these little fixtures here that they take and pull it tight so it's square from one piece to the other. So you see it's got the piece in the center. That goes in your cut. That goes in your cut. And then you pull it tight. So there's a little bar that goes in there, which see a little bar right there that goes across underneath. So you loosen it like that. You stick it through like this, and then put the bar in it. So basically you're sticking it through, and then you put the bar through it, and then you tighten it back up, and the bar draws the two pieces level. Okay, so I've got this filled in here. I got some holes in it, but it's all solid. So I'm working my way up this edge. Get up to this mark right here in the center line of these holes. I got lots of material below it that I can, you know, on both sides. So I'll take these screws out as I go along up here, and then I'll make a cut along up here until I get to where this torque box is. This torque box down this center right here, that's where the torque box is. So I'm going to be welding, spot welding down here, but I'm going to cut up right there and finish my butt welding there, and then I'll plug weld up in here, and then I'll do my stitch welding along there. So I'll stitch this up here into there. But then I gotta do all my plug welds on the torque box. But getting this, I'm getting this patch to the firewall, working my way up. I'm starting to get up in this corner, up in here. So I think I'm going to stop right here and then cut this up here, and then I'll take and put this over here to pull it together, and then I'll have to hammer this into shape because we got a deep ditch right there, and I know I'm going to run into problems. So I've got it cut up to here. You can see where that's cut. That's cut through both sides. So now I need to relieve it this way, so I can push that down into the hole. So I'm working my way up here. I'm around the corner, got this tacked in right here, and working my way up through. So you see that gap right there. I take my block, my black block on the other side, and use that as a backing on the bigger gaps. So it makes a nice solid weld all the way across, because you can loop it and it doesn't blow through. So working really well. Just got to wait for the block to cool down a little bit, and then keep moving on. So here we go. So working our way around, I'm all the way up around over to here and up to here. I got this all butt welded up in here. Actually, this is a stitch up here on the very top behind this panel. I wanted the extra layer, so I left this in there. But right here, this is all butt welded along here. But I stitch welded it this through here, and then did my plug welds in all my solid places. So that's against, this is the torque box right here. So this up here, torque box goes to, let me see, right here. This is a torque box. So I'll put some more screws in here, right here, to plug weld more in here, and then I'll stitch weld this very top in. But got to get in and clean some stuff up, and then I've got to finish all these plug welds right down here on the bottom. And I think, I've got to do some plug welds in this area right here. And the torque box should be welded in really well. Plus, you know, it's along the rocker extension too. There's external welding on the torque box over there too. So, but everything's looking really good, and I'm just about ready to move on to the other side. So, looking forward to that. Okay, wrapping up the welding on the torque box. It's all welded really good around here. I got two I can't reach to grind off in there that were through holes. But I got to get the small bits, which are coming in the mail today. But we got all the way around, all really nice and solid. Everything down there, it's all good. So I'm ready to put some primer on there, some direct to metal primer, and wrap this one up. So in wrapping this up, we got this butt joint here all the way to there, real good. Got all of the torque box down here, here, crossed up here, and right here. This is all done in solid. I got a still gap left in right there to put my floor in. So my floor's got to go down through there before I go across with a full pull. So, yep, I'm done welding this in. Time to move on to that end. So in conclusion, I have to say that was a lot of welding, and it's good and strong. And that's the main thing that I'm worried about, is I want it good and strong, and it's good and strong. So now I'm going to put some direct to metal etch primer on there, and then we'll be able to, I got to start working under the dash, getting it all cleaned up, and get rust encapsulator on the upper portions, and make sure it all looks good. So that's all for today. Thanks for joining me. If you're watched to the end, I really appreciate it. Have a good one.